We have another big event coming up, the end of the year, Combat Jiu-Jitsu. I feel like they do a big one every December. And Uriah Faber is going to be making a return to it. He's going to be a special match. And then you also have a team duel, the first team duel that they have ever done in combat jiu-jitsu. Ethan Kresselin is coming back. Damian Anderson, I got to talk to a little bit, who I think they were in the finals last time, and Damian lost to Ethan. So do you find B team to just be the favorite going in? And if not, who is the dark horse, or who has a chance of taking home that grand prize?
Yeah, so Ethan actually faced Nathan Orchard in the final of that one. Him and Damian faced in the semifinals. And the reason I say that is just because Nathan's in this as well. So he's going to be representing Team 10th Planet. So we're going to see 4 guys, I think, that really showed out from that combat jiu-jitsu world. I think that might have been the best CJJ we've seen outside of some of the female events, because I think some of the female events have been phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, you have Nathan Orchard, you have Kieran Kershuk, you have Ethan, and then you have Damian. And then Keith Krikorian is, I'm assuming he's injured for this one. He was supposed to be on Team 10th Planet. But yeah, I think B team is a huge favorite. Now, they have 3 guys in Kieran, Damian, and Ethan that are all top 10 grapplers in the world at that weight class. Now, I really was shocked with how good Damian and Ethan did with strikes, because a lot of times we've seen guys of their caliber of jiu-jitsu just go in there and just do jiu-jitsu. You know, I think of Ryan Aiken. I don't think Ryan Aiken, when he won CJJ at 185, I don't think he threw a strike, right? But Damian and Ethan, they use strikes to better their position. We obviously saw Damian hit that insane TKO, the first true TKO. We've seen guys get stopped, but that was the first true TKO in CJJ history. I think those guys are huge favorites, and I think it's also going to be probably the most exciting event outside of ADCC that happens this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Here, and obviously I just woke up. I'm not gonna look this rough later because tonight is Karate Combat. After hair and makeup, I'll be doing some interviews and interacting with fans at Karate Combat 37, which you can watch on YouTube later tonight. I wanted to quickly get up this video of me and Matt Skaff, a 10th Planet black belt, talking about combat jiu-jitsu tomorrow, which I'm so excited for. Hopefully I'll be off of my flight before then. But I just wanted to let you know that after this clip, I'm gonna ask him who I should interview from New Wave. So let me know who you guys think I should try to interview from New Wave. Obviously, I wanna try to work my way up. So probably not someone like Gary Tonin or Gordon Ryan right off the bat, but hopefully I can build a good repertoire with that team and get some fun interviews with them. So please let me know who you would like to see me interview next from New Wave, or any team, to be honest. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. There's going to be a lot more content coming up, maybe a Karate Combat vlog, anything that I can pump out for you guys. So thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you later tonight if you watch Karate Combat.
Too, because combat jiu-jitsu just makes it fun for everyone, especially if you don't understand all the nuances of jiu-jitsu and all the, you know, advantages that you have on the ground. I think that the slaps really make it fun for people. I've been trying to figure out who on New Wave Jiu-Jitsu would be the most interesting to interview. So I want to get your opinion on it, because I'm obviously not going to go for, you know, the most top and prestigious people like Gary Tonin or Gordon Ryan, but who do you see as being a good interview for me? Because I got one with Damian Anderson, and I feel like it would be nice to hear from the New Wave side as well.
I've talked to Giancarlo Bodani, and he was a great interview. So he's somebody that you could definitely bring on. I think he's a star in the sport right now. I think he was one of the 3 most impressive people at ADCC. So I think
he already reached out to him too.
Yeah, I
great minds think alike.
Phenomenal. They've got obviously Big Dan. I think Big Dan has a super fight. He's facing I can't remember who he's facing tomorrow night, but he has a match tomorrow night as well. He'd probably be, I don't know much about Big Dan. We obviously saw him in WNO, But I think the community still has a lot to learn about Big Dan. And I think he's also a guy that's going to be a future star. So I think those two guys are like future stars. Now, I'm sure they have some young and up and coming guys. There's a kid actually named Reese Lefevre who just won Pans. He's a purple belt out of there. And he is very, very talented. He's a young guy. He moved all the way from Tennessee to train with them. He's been there this year. I think he's an up and coming guy that's going to do very, very well. But yeah, I would say either Big Dan or Giancarlo.
I love it. I will definitely reach out to Big Dan coming up next. I reached out to Giancarlo. Yeah, because they're just so, it's fun to pick the brains of people who are on the best of the best teams and to see like who is going to come up on top when ADCC comes around next year. How happy are you that Mo Jassim is staying as president of ADCC, or at least like controlling all of the logistics of it for 2024?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. I think they killed it. It's by far the most successful ADCC there's ever been. And I'm really excited to see what that means for 2024. Now, ADCC, it always seems like it just sneaks up on us, right? Like we're going to be doing the trials in less than a year. Typically the trials, the East Coast trials are in November in the northeastern part of the United States. And so we've already got athletes thinking about the trials. If you did not finish in the top 4 in your weight division, which is almost all of us, right? You're going to have to go win a trial. You're going to have to perform well at the trials. And so I'm going to be interested to see, who comes out for that. But yeah, I mean, having Mo back is a huge deal. And I think this next one, I mean, they had 16,000 people. I wouldn't be shocked to see 2025 at the next one, just because I know we had a bunch of students go from 10th Planet Decatur. Obviously, Brandon, the head black belt at 10th Planet Decatur, he was so he was out there commentating. But yeah, we had a bunch of guys go and they all just absolutely loved it. They're like, we're going next time. And I wouldn't be shocked to see more people because, I think a lot of people were kind of skeptical of like, okay, I get it. They're going to try and do it bigger and better, but will they really? Because people have been burned. Some of these grappling events they've gone to in the past, they haven't delivered, but this one delivered, it more than delivered. And I think that's going to set up for an insane 2024 ADCC championships.
Yeah, I think they're already in talks or even have maybe booked T-Mobile Arena. So I know that they're even trying to like expand even more. Mo just like spills all the beans on the live podcast or live Instagram things he does. And he's talking right now about doing another division for the female brackets, but he hasn't decided how he's going to break it up yet. So I'm super excited for that because I mean, big decisions are going to have to be made if we're only less than a year away from the next trials.
Yeah, I would love to see him add a females division. I've thought a lot about the females division because it's tough. Maybe 125, 145, and then an absolute is maybe what I would kind of think of. So since some of those girls aren't cutting so much weight to get to 135, like I know some of those girls, like a girl like Fiona, that's a lot of weight to make 135. And so I think maybe like a 125, 145 division might make sense. Maybe even like a 115 might be a little too small, like if a 115 to 145 and then an absolute. So I would probably say about like 125 would be my
like
lowest.
125 too, for completely unbiased reasons. But thank you so much for the time. I'm so excited for tomorrow. And is there anything else that you're working on? I know you have your podcast, The Grappling Discourse, but is there anything else that you want to give a shout out to before I let you go?
Oh man, honestly, past couple of months have been insane. Just been doing a lot of coaching, a lot of traveling. My podcast is actually kind of taking a back seat. I've been trying to do one a week. But yeah, you can just always follow me at Grappling Discourse. I can't say enough good things about you, Alex. I think you have so much talent and potential for really just kind of leading the media side of things. I mean, you do phenomenal interviews. Your show's great. You speak so well. So just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm rooting from you from afar.